Ohayo gozaimasu. That means good morning in Japanese. I'm Frank Symes. I'm a songwriter, composer, guitarist, and have been for many years. Anyway, I'm going to talk about today about coming across opportunities and then having to make difficult decisions about them. For example, when I was playing with Martha Davis, Don Henley shared a tour manager with Martha, and so I had an opportunity to audition for Don Henley. And at the time, I had 4 other projects going. I was showcasing with a female singer. I was asked to join a band called Hurricane, and I was writing songs for them. I thought I had a future in songwriting, but I wasn't sure. And Don Henley asked me to audition for him, so I was one of 20 guitar players. I auditioned, I got the gig. So I made the difficult decision of joining Don Henley's band, which turned out to be great. I went with my guts, and plus it was a necessity because I had just had my daughter, and I had to make some money, and he was offering pretty good money, so I had to go with it. But I followed my guts, and in medieval times they used to say the gut was a second brain, and there's a good reason for that, because about 70% or maybe it's 90% of your neurotransmitters are produced in the stomach, and then they make their way up into the brain. So you should follow your guts. I did, and I joined Don Henley's band, which led to an audition with Mick Jagger, which I got, and I wound up playing on an album with Mick Jagger. I got to play with Roger Waters, and I had an opportunity to play with Rod Stewart. I wound up playing on his record, but the last 2 artists I mentioned, Roger Waters and Rod Stewart, both offered to play with me. Both wanted me to join their bands. Roger Waters was asking me to transplant myself in England, and would I consider doing that? And I wasn't so sure. I was busy with Don Henley, and as much as I wanted to play with Roger Waters, I couldn't do both. I couldn't have the cake and eat it too. And so I decided to stay in Los Angeles and play with Don Henley instead of playing with Roger Waters. I did get to play with him for a week at the Universal Amphitheater, and I also played with him again in Long Island. I would play with him at any time. And with Rod Stewart, I was asked to play in his band because I had a direct line into his band through a contact. And I was going to play with Rod Stewart, but I had landed a job at Paramount Television working as a composer, so I couldn't do both. And I knew in the end that the money was going to be better working as a composer. So I decided to stay in LA and compose, and that turned out to be the better choice in the end. My point here is that you come across these opportunities, you can't do everything. You just have to go with your guts. And that's the lesson for today. Thanks for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like, and give me a thumbs up if you'd like the video. If you have any comments about what you'd like to see on my channel, let me know. The links to my other social media are listed below. じゃあまた。